as Brad the dad, Dad Brad, whoever I am, I get to sit close to my own kids who are in business, who are growing up to be incredible young ladies from all the things that they are. But I watch them in business and I watch their giftings explode. And I get the privilege and the opportunity to see that. I'm fighting back tears right now. But just to sit back from almost afar, but not too far, and watch these guys do their thing is just phenomenal.
Hey there, business enthusiasts. Welcome to the Chills Podcast, brought to you by Allweather Roof. Because just like a sturdy roof, our conversations are built to last. I'm your host, Brent Loberg, and we're about to dive into the world of business, family, and the moments that give us those exhilarating chills. Ever wonder what keeps successful people inspired? Well, get ready to find out as we chat with some fantastic all-weather customers, partners, vendors, and friends. We'll explore their triumphs, challenges, and maybe even some unexpected secrets. After all, business is not just about numbers. It's about the people behind them. So grab your metaphorical popcorn and join us on this journey. Get ready to be inspired, maybe even get a few chills of your own. This is the Chills Podcast. Let the goosebumps begin. So introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Brad Klingman, and go ahead.
I'm Hannah. I'm his first daughter.
Okay.
I'm Kalli, and I'm the youngest.
Okay. And do you have roles within the company?
Sort of.
Okay.
They change sometimes.
Yeah. I guess I'm the owner of the company, but my new title is the CRG, the Chief Resource Guy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be a resource to usher these guys in, kind of next generation business. And my goal is to help these guys set a company up that's not going to fail.
Okay.
But be helpful to them and their families.
And he wants to go fishing more. So he wants to put everything in our hands and say, bye, guys. I'm going fishing.
You shouldn't have taught him to hunt and fish.
Yeah,
I know.
I know they always want to go with. Like, hey, I can't shake these two.
Yeah, he usually has a tag along.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Hannah. I do the marketing here. I've also gotten a little bit into operations lately. So like I said, we kind of swap around sometimes. We collaborate a lot. We do our Tuesday meetings. So right after this, we'll go and have our high-level business meeting, which is fun, the three of us. But yeah, the majority of what I do is marketing.
Okay.
So
How about you?
I'm Kalli, and I do business development, and I'm also, we could call it the people person. I'm out at all the events, the shows, everything that's pretty much customer-facing I kind of deal with, and I'm kind of taking on the next sales role a little bit. So I learn a lot from Brad in that role. And like Hannah said, we kind of move around, and we've done a lot of marketing together, but she mostly does the social media, but I've kind of dabbled in a lot of other things as well. So I've kind of worn a lot of hats in this company since I've been here. So it's been really fun to learn a lot.
Nice. So at home, do you still call him Dad?
Yeah.
after hours.
Yeah. That's been an interesting transition because we'll be at shows and it'll be the two of us working a booth. And someone will come up and they'll ask a question. And I'm like, I don't really know that one yet. And I'll be like, Brad, I need help. And they'll just laugh their butts off. They love it. They think it's funny, but we're trying to make that transition between Dad and Brad. But it's going well.
It blends together.
It blends.
Yeah.
At least they sound similar.
Yep.
It's one of the sacrifices of being the dad. I guess they have to call me Brad in a business situation because I don't necessarily like that.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
It works out.
It's fun.
Nice. Talk about the name. I like it, by the way.
Rise Up. So 2010, I decided I was going to completely go off on my own. I was kind of an independent contractor before and stuff. So when I decided to start that, had all kinds of great names that really stunk. It was like everybody's got that name. So honestly, it's a God thing. Rise Up and Praise Him was the song at the time that was one of my favorite songs. And it just, one day I was listening to it, I'm like, Rise Up, Rise Up. Well, little did we know that Rise Up was going to be very applicable to our labels, rising up clean off of all the parts. And so we also trademarked the name Rise Clean. So we got Rise Clean, Rise Up Labels. It's just crazy how it all works together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was it.
All right. Were you guys involved with the name? No? Okay.
Nope.
We were what? How long ago was that?
Well, 15 years ago.
All right.
Okay.
So we were 10.
10 and 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even know what Dad did at that point. We just knew he worked. No, it's a lot different.
Nice. How many employees do you guys have? Is it
It's the three of us and our operations manager. So
4?
pretty much just 4 of us.
Wow.
And Kalli and I just joined within the last 2 years. So it's just the 2 of them, and then we kind of weaseled our way in.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Just
Totally unexpected that these two came on. Not that we need to jump into that, but I never ever dreamed or expected my kids to be in my business. They grew up and went to high school, went to college, got degrees, and I always, in the back of my heart, I was always like, "Oh, that'd be really cool," but never expected it. And then within 1 year, I'm like, okay, because this young lady has her own business
Okay.
as well. So
All right. And what's that?
So I started a social media marketing agency about 6 years ago when I was in college studying for a business marketing degree. And for the longest time, Brad was asking if he could become a client of mine and if I could support his business. And I put it off for a while. And then finally, it was probably 2 years ago now, I caved and I said, fine, I'll try social media in the woodworking industry. I don't think cabinet makers are online. I don't think that's where they're hanging out. I was very wrong. They're definitely very active online in Facebook groups, on Instagram. And there's actually a lot of buzz and activity in that industry online. And so obviously my little social media thing kind of, fit right into this company, and it grew from there. So yeah, I've had my own marketing agency for about 6 years.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Make sure to plug that with the podcast, Will.
Exactly. I was thinking the two of us would get along.
How about you? What was your degree in?
It was completely unrelated from what I'm doing now, but it was public health and community health education with a nutrition minor, actually. And I liked it. It was awesome. I haven't used it since I graduated yet, but within the last semester of college, I had to do a required internship. And I ended up being able to do mine as a missions trip in Costa Rica for 4.5 months.
Oh, wow.
And it was awesome. And it's been one of the biggest blessings of my life. And it completely changed me and the way I look at the world and my faith and my relationship with the Lord. And I just got to serve people for 4.5 months, and it was awesome. And I learned a ton. And yeah, so I got that out of it, which is awesome. And then I came back from that, and I was kind of like, well, I can either go join the family business or I can go pave my own way. And I chose to come to the family business because Hannah was already working for Brad. And I was like, oh, it'd be fun. And it's an awesome opportunity, too. Not everybody gets that opportunity. And one of the things that kind of went into it as well is all of our values line up, and we all have a relationship with God, and we're here to serve the Lord and serve the community. And that was kind of one of the big things that helped me decide to join the family business. Obviously, I love them and I love hanging out with them. But that was a big one, too, is I want whoever I work for to have similar values as me. And so, yeah, here we are. And it's been about, 6 months?
yeah, probably.
Yeah, 6 months probably since I've been working with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So do you guys have a warehouse? Do you work out of your house? How's the operation side work?
We have no brick and mortar.
Okay.
We joke around, we work from our laptops and cell phones. But that involves having being partnered with the right manufacturers, wholesalers, warehouses, and all the different things. So we're purchasing most of our product at a local plant here.
Okay.
And it works out real good. I've been working with those guys for 30 years, and I just have a great relationship. And it's basically a partnership. So yeah.
Sometimes we work from home. Sometimes we work from a coffee shop. Sometimes we work from a camper. It all depends. We like to travel, so yeah.
Kind of neat. All our product line and everything that we do is all made in USA, so to speak. And we like to talk about that. We like to support our country.
Yeah.
So that's neat too. And we get to make those decisions. Picking and choosing where we get our products from. Some call us a broker, distributor, but you're really, you're making some pretty important decisions where you're getting your products from, and that has a direct effect on everybody. So it's important. It's an important thing to be to be good at. It's not just a broker or just a distributor. There's something behind that. You have to make good decisions. You have to be with the right people. You got to match up, line up, values like Kalli was talking about, and all the different things. So it's it's kind of alignment, with good people and good companies. So
Yeah.
we take that very seriously.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. How did you come up with the product and then realize it didn't stick, or how did that come about?
Well, that goes back into the 90s when I was working with now they're the third largest cabinet maker in the world. But I was dealing with like probably 5 of their plants across the country. And we were trying to figure out how to not have the residue stuck behind it. Basically, the main label that we do is a parts label. So when you have a cabinet or a desk or a piece of furniture, every single one of those pieces that has an identification label when it's being made in the plant, so everybody knows where it ends up before assembly to get it back together. So, and what stain goes on it, what edge banding goes on it, what laminate goes on it. So it's a really important label that has all the information. Well, that label is a temporary label, obviously. Most companies, if we call 10 companies, those labels aren't so temporary because they're going to leave something behind. So a lot of companies don't even take them off, and then they're sending out all their product with these labels. Every single part has a label, and they're just like, we just don't mess with them. It's a terrible thing. It doesn't need to exist if you have the adhesive that works. So, rolling into that just we figured that out at these plants, and then all these guys that were working, the engineers and the project managers and the plant managers, they would, over the years, they just started going to different plants, or they go work somewhere else, and they bring us with them. And so, long story short, I was in probably a dozen or 15 or so plants, and had some good label volumes of sales and stuff, and it's like, wow. So maybe that we should take this elsewhere. So that's where that kind of started. Now it's with these guys doing all the marketing, trade shows and stuff. The word's getting out. I haven't made what we call a cold call for a long time. It's literally responding to all of the traffic and all the people that want our label. So it's just really an exciting shift over time.
Nice. So, you can do everything from your boat.
Boat, canning, sand, pickup, whatever.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you see this moving into other industries?
Yeah, I think at some point for sure. Right now, we decided to focus on the woodworking industry, and that's been a positive thing because we are the only label provider that focuses on this industry. And so when woodworkers are coming to us, it's like you could buy labels from another company, but they don't know you like we know you. Like, we know so much about their industry. And so in the future, I think that's a plan, eventually bring it to other industries that also need it. But currently, we're definitely focused on wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tackle one at a time.
Yeah. What was that?
Tackle one at a time, yeah. But we've learned a ton. Like she was saying, we've learned a ton about the woodworking industry. And so when they come to us with questions, we often have answers because we've seen it before and we figured out how to deal with it. He's a problem solver, so he likes solving people's problems. So whatever problems they come up with, he's like, let's figure something out. And it's not just one type of peel-off label either. He does all like custom labels, so he likes to just figure it out and make something up and make it work. So he's good at it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
How was the transition from just you and your operations to a family business?
Still transitioning.
Yeah.
Still transitioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a process.
Yeah.
That's a journey.
Yeah.
Not from the standpoint even just as a family business, but I was a bit, not a one-man show, but it was me and my operations person. And we contracted out a couple other things as you had some fractional employee type people, but 2 of us were running this business for 25 years. And all of a sudden when this took off and we saw all the opportunity and, it's like, okay, let's attack this thing. And we get her going on social media and that starts going, exploding. And then we're like, well, we should go to the trade shows. That starts exploding. Well, so the biggest change, and this is something that I'm having to learn because the way I ran the business for 25 years, I could just keep going out and getting business, as much as I could on my own and what my operations person Tina could manage. But now you're bringing in a lot, and so we're now dealing with all the we are backed up right now, and we need to be a little careful here. You can sell all day long and push your product all day long, but if you don't back it up and you don't have the operations to take care of that business, you're not doing your customers or yourselves any service whatsoever. So we're kind of like, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't go to 25 trade shows next year. And maybe we shouldn't be sending out a post these incredible posts every day. We need to back off a little and build up our operations to manage the incoming. So we're building automation. We're putting online. We have an online store, which is automated. We're trying to get that to flow into our QuickBooks and all the different things and get the systems integrated. That takes time, energy, money, and effort as well. So we're kind of catching up with that and slowing that part down. But then the goal is to get those operations set up so that we can maybe go to the next level, even in the woodworking industry. And then from all the other industries that are calling us, they're like, hey, when are you coming into the window industry? When are you coming into the stone industry? When are you coming into the moldings industry? We get a lot of.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everybody wants a problem solved.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, how annoying is it when you buy something and you can't get the sticker or even just the price tag off of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we still very much feel like we're in transition phase as well. Like you can definitely tell that we're getting comfortable. We're figuring out how to all work together and then how to turn that off and have a personal relationship as well, because it can't all just be business. Mm-hmm. And so I definitely feel like we're still getting used to what this looks like and figuring out where everyone's strengths lie and whatnot. So very much transition phase right now, even so after how many months.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So how would you describe your perfect customer if you're trying to grow your business?
We've been talking about that, and my lean would always go, because I've always been a business development guy. My lean would always go to, well, the perfect customer, if we're just talking the woodworking industry, would be a large shop that has large volumes of labels, right? Mm-hmm. Well, until we got into all the social media and the trade shows and started meeting even the one-man shops that also need help, and they're doing some labeling and of their parts, so they know what goes with which kitchen and which shop cabinet and all that kind of stuff. We got in there and all of a sudden it's like, well, these are networks of people. This is an industry. This isn't just small businesses and big businesses, but it's an industry and it's a network, and these people talk and they work together. They help each other. They do seminars together on how to be lean and how to be better and how to be better in your community. We've met people in the school. For instance, we've met Bobby Miller over at Coon Rapids High School, and he's doing all kinds of stuff in the high school to get to encourage kids to, you don't all have to go to college to get a 4-year degree and go work in a corporation. We need people that work with their hands. We need people that build stuff. We need people that put roofing on. We need these people. And so that's been really neat to connect with those too. So it's really gone away from like focusing totally on what's our perfect customer and spending all this time to how can we fit into this puzzle and also be a blessing to lift this whole thing up from a standpoint of so many standpoints, right? Mm-hmm. So it's weird. I always would have focused on a question like that, but I'm like, I don't think that's it anymore. There's something more to this, and we're just kind of, I don't think we purposely stepped into it for that, but it just kind of became a thing, and it's like this. It adds to it. It adds more to it, like more value or meaning.
Sure,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I like it. Yeah. I guess that leads into, the name of the podcast is The Chills. So what's those feel-good moments in your business, whether you're working with people or your family? Like what I guess I'll start with you. Like what kind of gives you those feel-good moments? You kind of just answered it, but
that's a feel-good, but I'll also say this as Brad the dad. Dad Brad, whoever I am, I when I get to sit close to my own kids who are in business, who are growing up to be incredible young ladies, from all the things that they are. But I watch them in business and I watch their giftings.
Yeah.
explode. And I get the privilege and the opportunity to see that. I'm fighting back tears right now, but
Well, you're giving me the chills too.
we all got the chills. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. But just to sit back from almost afar, but not too far,
Yep.
and watch these guys do their thing is just phenomenal. I mean, when we go, so two things happen when we go to trade shows. First of all, Kalli comes with me, and we've just become just a really great duo. It just works.
Mhm.
It's just so cool. And people, I'm not kidding you. It's almost surreal. People flock to us, and they sit at our booth and they talk to us, and people come from like all over, and we're just like, this is. And they walk away, and we're like, what happened there? But but I sit there and I'm going, that's because it's not just me standing there.
Yeah.
But me and my daughter, who has become an incredible young lady, is and she's so good. She's the sunshine. But then in the very same conversation, people are saying, and good Lord, you guys are all over the place. You're everywhere, and you're all over social media, and you're just Brad. You're this. I tell them like, that's my other daughter.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, that's not you? I'm like, no, I don't even begin to have the talent to do that. So she sits behind the scenes, but her lights shine, and just we just sit there, and it's like I'm in awe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my big chill.
Yeah. I hear a lot of authenticity. Like, I don't feel like if what I heard from that is like people probably walk up to you and don't feel like they're being sold something. They're just like, I just feel like it's, I don't know, just comfortable.
We just love being around people, but
Very nice. How about you? Chills.
For me, I would say my biggest role obviously is going to the trade shows, meeting people. One of the coolest things for me is to meet other like dads and daughters in the industry. There's actually quite a few, which surprises me all the time. But meeting like those other dads and daughters, it's such like a connection, and it's such like a bond between us talking and meeting and being like, oh, like, how's it going for you guys? Like, it's pretty chaotic over here. Like, how is it over there? Like, and we just get to connect and stay connected. And it's really fun to hear other people's stories. And also, like, not even just dads and daughters, but like other families. The woodworking industry is such a family oriented industry, and so it's really fun to kind of connect with people that way. And that's part of the reason I think people love talking to us too, is just because they come up and they're like, oh, you're a dad and daughter, like, this is my son or this is my daughter, and then it's just an instant connection, and we just get to talk about life and just hear their experience, share our experience. And so it's just really fun to connect with people that way and stay connected that way. And then you call them up later and it's like, hey, how's it going? Like, how are you doing? And yeah, it's just fun. That's kind of what it is for me, honestly, is just meeting people and hearing other people's stories, sharing ours, and connecting about it. So, yeah.
Seems very niche, like you said, everyone's kind of out to help each other. And
Yeah, totally.
yeah, for sure.
You're next.
Yeah. I think for me, it's more customer facing, because that's kind of what I do all day is, connect with potential customers or potential partners online. And I think one thing that I really enjoy is watching someone who's a total stranger become like a huge fan of our product and a fan of our family. And it's as simple as like connecting with them on social media. I start a DM and literally just to get to know them. And the conversation ends up always flowing into, well, like, what's up with these labels? Like, what's going on here? Why is this different from everybody else in the industry providing a label, that is not to their specific industry? But I just think there's something so interesting about taking that stranger and nurturing that relationship. And they end up telling so many people about our product. And it's not something that we necessarily did on purpose. It's more like, hey, we're here to serve you if you need us. Let us know if you have this issue. And then they end up just raving about our product. And it's really amazing then to turn that product-based kind of relationship into now we're calling you up, seeing how your hunting trip went. And now we're getting coffee with you when you come into our town. And so that's something that I love to see, is someone who's just a total stranger becoming a friend, honestly. That's something that gets me going. So
yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, that's the best part of business.
Yeah.
It's the relationships, and
exactly.
then you feel like you're not selling something.
It's not selling anymore. It's solving a problem, and it's building a relationship, and that's a foundation. So
I can be having a tough, busy day, and Hannah and I'm so glad she does this. She's not bragging at all, but she'll pull a snippet of something that happened on Facebook, and she'll send it, and she'll be like, "Look at this," and I'm like, "Holy buckets, this is great!" These people are literally just raving, or telling everybody, and they're like, "You got to use RiseUp Labels," and all this stuff, and we'll see the responses when we started. There's another testament to what she's done. When we started, there was these forums would happen. You know this better than I, but these forums would happen, and the responses would be all of our competition, all the other label companies. Well, we get them from here, we get them online, we get them at Amazon, we get them here, we get them there. And she sent one the other day, and she goes, "Check this out, guys. I'm not how many there were, what, 15 responses,
More than that, probably 20.
and how many were all at RiseUp Labels hands? RiseUp Labels hands. They don't go anywhere else." It's like, what?
Yeah.
And that's within, what, 1 year?
Yeah.
So I just, hats off to her work. It's crazy.
Well,
She does awesome. She does really good.
It's really cool.
And like Brad was saying earlier, like we will be at trade shows and people will come up to us and be like, "You guys are everywhere, like online, at shows," like, and people really like, you do a really good job, Han, because people talk about it all the time. They're like, "You guys are all over social media. Like, I see you on social media all the time." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my sister, not me." So it's really fun.
Yeah.
Between the two of us, we make a pretty good splash.
Do you see like looking back now as they were kids? Do you pull stuff that they're doing in the business now when you're like, "Holy shit, I didn't see that coming," or like their strengths?
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh yeah. No. They're lining up totally with what I knew the whole time. I would have never pegged it to a career.
Yeah.
And actually interacting with adults.
Yeah.
I mean, there's my little girls, these little cuties.
Yeah.
There's two little blondes, and I towed them around in the back, pulling them on the bike, in the house on wheels, and they're totally who they were. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see them blossom into these gifts.
Sure.
Yeah.
So like in closing, I think I feel like it's beyond the product. Yeah, I mentioned authenticity. I've heard faith too. Like what exactly is it? Is it just, I think it's just kind of who you guys are as people that are just drawing people to your business. Is that kind of true, or is that?
I guess. I mean, I guess it just happens. Something that's always been for me. And I say this, with whatever, but it's never, for me, it's never been about making a whole bunch of money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a benefit, sure.
For sure.
It's a great thing, and it's either going to happen or it's not, or you're in business. You have years where you kill it, and you have years where you're like, okay, how are we going to put the water bottle on the table this year? So but that's business, and when you make that choice to step into that world and do your own thing, that's a risk you take. You don't have the security that a lot of my peers and stuff do. So no, it's a lifestyle, and we purpose to create our business as a lifestyle business. We're not the 9-to-5 company. We don't have vacation policies. It's more of we're gonna all be in here. We're gonna work hard, but we're gonna also trust that everybody's doing their job and doing it well. And if they're not, we talk about it, communicate about it. But I'm not a real very good corporate guy.
Yeah.
He's not a very strict boss.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. So,
how do people get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, so first and foremost, social media, RiseUp Enterprise Online, riseuplabel.com. We've got all of our phone numbers on there. You can give us a call. You can give any of us an email, but our website would be a good place to start. So riseuplabel.com.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share with the audience?
I personally just want to thank you for letting us be here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Well, it's just an honor and blessing to be able to share our story, and it takes people to allow us to do that.
Yeah.
So thank you.
It's inspiring.
Yeah, well, you guys are inspiring. This is cool.
And it's not often you get families that work well together either. So
we've been told that a few times.
Yeah.
Not all the stories at the trade shows are all great.
Yeah, that is.
You see 3 generations and they're all 20 feet apart.
yeah, for sure. I took an executive class with the roofing industry, and like I feel like 50% of the class was like over the course of 4 years, but like a lot of it was like family dynamic, and we're not a family business. But I had no idea. Like you guys, like some of these families are just like against each other.
Oh yeah,
like, holy cow! But it's good to see you guys gelling and being successful.
It was definitely a conversation at the beginning of,
for sure.
is this going to work? How is this going to work? Like, how do we make sure this doesn't blur the lines of we no longer have a personal relationship with each other and we don't talk about anything except work? How do we get along during work and then after work? And it's gone super well. I mean, it hasn't come without its challenges, but so far we kind of said at the beginning, like, we'll do this as long as this makes sense. If it stops making sense, family first. Like, we're not going to wreck our relationships over a company. And we're still here. Yeah. So
I think that's what it is, too, is, like, we know, like, family is first. And if that becomes an issue, like, we figure it out. But family is always first. And I think we just all understand that. Like, I would way rather quit this job than lose them as friends, for sure. So,
yeah.
How was it? How's it been as sisters working together?
Pretty good. I don't
so far
we've had any issues.
Well,
She's very much like, we very much know our personalities. She's very much like first child, like type A, and I'm very second child type B. Like, it just works well. We just know you don't cross that line. And she's kind of not the boss, but like she's writing stuff down, signing us up for stuff. She says, you go here, you do that. And I'm like, okay. Sure.
That's definitely a first child.
Yeah, it definitely is. And we just know that's how it works.
We'll let you know in a few months.
Yeah.
We're going to start meeting just the two of us. The three of us have our Tuesday meetings. Brad and I meet Wednesdays. And so Kalli and I are going to start having our own meetings. So we'll let you know in 3 months if we're still talking.
Yeah.
I shot the deer. No, I shot the deer. No, it was my shot. I shot first. I heard it.
Dad caught that fish for you.
Don't tell my secret.
Yeah. No, it's fun.
Well, this was fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
very much.
And good luck with Dom. This is a good warm one.
Yeah, they're gonna. We're scared.
I told you I was going to be the awkward one.
You're the nice guy. Yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah. Good to meet you. You too. Thank you.
super
Good luck
fun.
with everything.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And that's a wrap, folks. A huge thank you to our incredible guests and, of course, Allweather Roof for making this podcast possible. If you enjoyed these conversations as much as we did, don't forget to hit subscribe and share the chills with your fellow business aficionados. Remember, it's not just about business, it's personal, and it's all about the people. Stay inspired, chase those dreams, and let the chills guide you. Till next time, this is Brent, signing off from the Chills Podcast. Catch you on the flip side.